Okay, ready? Hut. Set. Set up. Here we go, here we go! Ready, ready? Go! Ready? Ready? Hut, hut!
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. The holidays have arrived. Thank you for spending a part of them with us. We're away in Week 16 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. and now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Putting a receiver in motion. First down, and they go right back to him. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 coming up here. They bring Dobbs in motion left. He's got a man left. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
The pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up. And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Colts get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate, in this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth. Who's going to respond next?
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's a give up the middle. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Pass play coming here. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Colts ready for the punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And hey, we see a lot of the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be Bears football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Malone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
They go play action here. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Here's a throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
He gets it away now from his own end zone. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And now it's 2nd down.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
2nd and 10 now. Has his man. Oh, the football's loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Now a give. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. Bears pick it up. Headed the other way. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Put a check mark by that one. You're going to remember that one, not just over the course of this game, but I guarantee you in the offseason when they're watching effort. That was all about effort. Backs pressed against the wall when you're down here defensively, and that's the type of play that coaches love to see from everyone on the roster.
Throwing now, following the turnover. Taken in by Dobbs. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Pass play now. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Setting up a throw. That throw behind his intended target. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. He'll pass it this time. Setting up the running back screen. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and a defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Man in motion, out of the slot. The give now out of the shotgun. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Blown back gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Goal to go. It's a pass play. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. They'll send him up the middle. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line. It'll be a 5-yard gain. That brings up third and goal.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Here's a give straight up the middle. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Bears get the game's first points here in the second. That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Evans now to return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Caught, nice gain left side. Stiff arm success. Has room down the left sideline. All the way, touchdown Indy. The Colts can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Colts take possession of the football.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time when they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see. Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. There's a give, left side. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. Give him 5 yards on 2nd and goal. There could be 5 yards out on 3rd.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. He just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage. Versus zone, it's all about that anticipation and accuracy. And if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
Throwing on 2nd and 10. He puts some power on a deep run left. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing now, off play action. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Bears at a deficit. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Here's the handoff. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
They give it to him again. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and then next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
Looking for the back that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Back now, pressure on its way. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. He's going to throw this one. Completed to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 23. Finds him over the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. The Bears closing in, and they'll get him. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards, but Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. He's dropping back to throw. They're on him again, and he goes down again. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Just 4 seconds left, Brock. Only time for 1 play, and it's going to be a field goal try. It's a 38-yard look here. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
Fields the hard squib kick. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Here's Carter on the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half, and that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
Here's a handoff up the gut. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. Crosses midfield, still going. It's an Indianapolis touchdown! The Colts grow the lead coming out of halftime. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll try and throw it here. Completed over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll run here on 1st down. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Looking for a throw here. He's going deep this time. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. Player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. You're going for this. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throw left side, complete. And nothing doing on that run. Defenders bottle it up quickly.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Dropping back to throw. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's scored as a 51-yard punt, and they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They bring Doms in motion left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Back to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Colts get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Simple dive up the middle. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts parlay the interception into points. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Plowing up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Give now to the running back. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Pass play on 1st and 10. He's got it over the middle. They get 28 out of that play. And that's a Chicago first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
On first down, they'll run. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And that's into the hands of Dobbs. And he gets this forward to the 19. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Watson, quick pass wide. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's the Bears with the ball, but they enter the 4th at a massive deficit. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Now looking to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Here we go, right up the gut. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Give him a couple yards on that run, and this sets up 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
Fullback trying to power it across. And he's stopped cold by that defensive front. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. Pass is caught by Addison. And they'll take him down here right at the 8-yard line.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Another carry for him. Has the 1st down and more, past the 20. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. Here's a give up the middle. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down, but instead the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy, and their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Space to the left. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They give it to him up the middle. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Running with Dillon. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Colts keep running away with this. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
It is cut left side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Bears 1st down. Back to throw now. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play. The tip definitely broke up that throw. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So the Colts get the win at home inside of Lucas Oil. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the 2nd half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.